Depression. I remember going to play with a group of friends whom my dad instructed me not to hang out with because I always came back home with bruises. On this occasion, I returned home with a deep, nasty wound. It was so bad that I decided not to mention this to either of my parents. After a few days of hiding this wound, it became really painful and it looked as though the wound was getting bigger. So I decided to self-medicate. I began using the available medication at home, so happened to be painkillers. The painkillers worked as it reduced the pain. But what I did not know at the time was that the wound was infected. I kept dosing myself with painkillers while the infection was getting worse. It got to a point that I could no longer hide the wound anymore or the pain, as the pain restricted my movement and made me dysfunctional. My parents realized I was in pain and they stepped in and saved me. Just like I tried treating my infected wound using painkillers, it seems as a society we're doing the same with antidepressants. We are now living in a world with a fast-growing social epidemic called depression. In the last 20 years, the use of antidepressants has gone up by over 300%. Yet the rate of depression has gone up and continues to increase by generation. We have gone from an older generation of people over 65, where 1 in 10 is depressed, to a younger generation of people under 29, where 1 in 4 are depressed. This significant increase in social depression is strongly correlated to our sudden change in behavior and life choices, influenced by technological advancement and social media addiction. You see, in parts of the world with less technology, the spread of depression is less of an epidemic. We are now more connected with friends and loved ones today as a result of technological advancement, but yet, more than ever, we're more lonely. We are busier talking and sharing opinions today than we have ever done, but yet we communicate less. We have continued to transform ourselves into a generation of depressed human robots. You can help reduce the rates of depression, violence, killing, substance abuse by having a harmless conversation with someone today. This will help them realize they are not invisible and that they matter. We all feel good after a good chat, after a good laugh. Laughter is a good medication that heals every wound. If each one reach one, our society will begin its healing process. I challenge you today to spend 5 minutes of your day having a good laugh with a stranger.